So today we're doing the oil change on the Triumph Spitfire 1975 1500. It's about -2 today. Had it in the barn overnight on a smart charge. It says it's full, so hopefully we can get to starting it. I'll turn that off. Got the Halford's advanced charger, so hopefully let's disconnect that. And that on there. Got the connect it back up. These covers off. Lock that. That one. Yeah, so we'll roll it out, start up, change the oil. I've got a new filter. It's a GFE 150 I got from Moss Europe online. I'll show you the oil as well. I've got that warming in the house because it is a classic engine oil. But yeah, hopefully we'll get it started. So we'll cut to that now. See if it starts. Alright, so we're inside. Get this steering lock off. Remember which key it is. Seems about right. Okay, so choke on. It's a neutral, clutch in, a bit of throttle. Give it a bit. I've got an oil pressure gauge there as well. It's quite hard to start this on a bloody warm day, never mind a -2. Oil's probably like treacle. I'm building oil pressure there, about 10 pound. And up 20. Should start soon, unless the battery's flat. Like I say, I've had it on charge, so hopefully it won't. So I've eventually got it started there and it's just cut out. But we're getting to life. It's just so cold this morning. There we go. Oil pressure's good. 60 pound. Full choke. Bit of throttle on the engine. We are going. I'm gonna shut the bonnet because I want to roll the car out. Sorry, it's still inside. Don't want to get gassed out. Let's quickly roll forward, handbrakes off. Brakes are obviously stuck on as usual. Just roll her out. Far enough. Brake on. Yeah. So we'll just let that warm up. 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get the oil nice and thin. So it's been about 15 minutes now. Car's off idle, off the choke, sorry. Just idling. Temperature's built up to, you can see that, just over 70. Now we've got about 30 pound of oil pressure. Yeah, I put it on some wood chocks there, just because it is so low at the ground that you can't actually get the oil pan underneath. So that's the oil I'm going to use, is the Coma Classic 20W50 motor oil. I've always used it for this car and it seems to be alright. It's probably not the best for this temperature, but I never drive it in the winter anyway. It's a summer car. Now we have the roof off. So yeah, I'll turn the engine off in a minute, drain the oil down. Alright, so we'll grab a new oil filter, the spares. There we go. Classic gold. So I got this from Moss online. That's at the GFE 150 CJ6. Nothing fancy, just a spin-on canister. Okay, so we'll turn it off now. Keys out. Around here, I was to disconnect the battery. Just because the fan is electric. I want that coming on. Work our way in. If you can see the sump plugs down there. Oh, it's quite warm. Just slacken this off first. It's quite tight. I think the last time this had an oil change was, I think 6 years ago. Its last oil change was long overdue. I just never get around to doing it. There we go. So it's now slack on the hand. We'll drain the oil now. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Just taking out the plug. I think it holds about 4 litres, something like that. You can see a bit of oil, there we go. Oil's coming out straight into the pan. Oh. Now this one is a magnetic plug, as you can see. Bit of gunk on that. We'll clean it up and have a look. But it doesn't look too bad. Let's put that down there. Bit of wood for now. For those who didn't know, the sump plug is bottom left on the passenger side. It's almost the rear of the pan, just below the starter motor. It's pretty much all drained out there now. Here's the sump plug. I actually forgot it. I think I changed this to a one with a magnet. I know some people put magnets on the sump, but I suppose it's the same thing in a way. But at least with this, when you withdraw the plug, everything comes out on the magnet. I think it's a slightly tapered plug. So you don't need any PTFE tape on it. So, just see if that's all drained out. Still dribbling. Hardly anything coming out of there now. So we'll just give the face a quick wipe just to clean any debris off. There we go. And we can put the plug straight back in. If you can see that going in on the camera there. Most of this is I'm doing it by touch anyway, I always see myself. So that's it, hand tight. pull the tray out now. Yeah, careful as well in the grass. There we go. Lovely thick black treacle there. My socket and my adjustable. We'll just tighten it back up. I think that will do it. Right. Put the towel underneath again. And we'll get the oil filter off. Hopefully this will come off quite easily. There we go. Start the turn off there. The oil dribbling out as we put the towel under it. And of course it's pulled out with the thread, so we'll have to take that off and reinsert that back into the engine block. It's not the end of the world. Just drain that out. So I'll get that out now. We're just in the garage here now. See if we can get this off. So you don't want to do it too much because there's... Yeah, there we go. I can feel that, it's turning nicely. We shall reinsert this back into the engine. Goes into there. Clean rag just to nip it in. That's it. Clean the face of that as well while we're there, so it doesn't bind to the block. Some of this clean motor oil. Run a little bead on that black O-ring. Back on. With these filters, you can't really pre-fill them because if you fill them up, you're just going to pour it all out, so they go on as is. Just give it up. Just tight. It's not going to rattle off. Alright, so I've got some carb cleaner, brake cleaner. We'll just clean up the bits that leaked off there. Just keep the block nice and clean. Around there as well. Then we'll get in with that rag. Is the last step really is refill the engine with oil. So on this engine, I've got it under this cap. A bit tight, greasy hands. There we go. See inside there, under the rocker cover. So I thought I had a jug in the car, but I don't. So we'll just eyeball it. I know roughly how much it takes. A dipstick on the right hand side. Roll this out. Back in there. Not been very well prepared today. Normally I've got a funnel and a jug. I've got nothing. See if we can get it in without spilling any of it. There we go. Green colour, still quite thick actually, even though I've had it in the house. glugging in there. I do like this classic motor oil, how it still comes in a metal tin. That's pretty cool. No, there's like plastic tubs like that red one there. It just comes in these metal tins. It just adds to the whole look, doesn't it? So a bit of information there. Coma classic motor oil 20W50 conventional multi-grade engine oil, ideal for use in 4-stroke petrol engines from the 60s, 70s and 80s for non-turbocharged, which obviously the 1500 engine is non-turbocharged. So we'll just check the level. Oh, getting it everywhere. I think that's about half, just over half's gone in. Obviously it's still running down to the sump. Oh, it's just coming out of the stick there. I don't know if you saw that. I'll do it again. So yeah, it's just onto the stick there, right on the minimum. Look a bit more in there. Just below the full there now. A little bit more. We'll check that. Yeah, it's pretty much on the full. So what we'll do is now we'll run the engine and see what level it's at once it's run. That's it. And hopefully it'll start. Of course it's cooled down a little bit now, hasn't it? Running there, watch for the oil pressure coming up. There it is, oil pressure's climbing 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Just checking for leaks real quick. Then around that oil filter. Looking good. Sump plug. Dry around the sump plug. Stop the engine now and we'll recheck the level. Now that the oil filter's had a chance to be filled. Give it a minute or two just to all drain back. Bit of oil there as well. Yeah, just over halfway. Just put a, if I can get the cap back off, my hands are so oily. I'll just put a little extra glug in there. There we go, that's pretty much it, I reckon. Tighten that back down. Clean. Check that one more time. Yeah, that's pretty much bang on the full mark. Yeah, happy with that. So there we go. Oil change, Triumph Spitfire 1500 1975. This one does have overdrive. Hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll hopefully get to doing some other Triumph bits. Oh, just do a quick tidy up now. Take this oil. Waste oil tank here. And this has a little pour out, which is ideal. You just don't get too carried away. Right, we've done the oil change. Now the hardest part, get it back in the barn. Because it's quite hard to see when you're by yourself. Oil pressure's coming up again nicely. Reverse. See where we're going. We're hitting anything. We'll mirror that. There we go, I'll call that a successful landing. That's it, engine off.